Hey everybody, welcome to the Blue Collar Beer Gentleman. I'm Topher, and I started this channel because I'm a fan of craft beer, but I'm also on a limited budget, and I wanted to demonstrate it was possible to enjoy good quality beers without having to break the bank. Therefore, I'm always looking for the best deal on this channel. And today, well, today's beer is it's not really the best deal. I'm going to admit that right off the bat. But I've said on this channel many times before that if you're going to enjoy the hobby, sometimes you're going to have to spend a little extra money. And today's selection cost me $7, and I picked it up at Bridgetown Beer House here in Portland, Oregon. That's located at 915 North Shaver. And while I do love their selection, one of the things that kind of drives me crazy about Bridgetown is they don't have prices on things. But today's beer is one of the rare exceptions. It actually had the $7 price tag slapped right on it, so there was no doubting what I was getting. But it's from a brewery that I was only familiar with via blogs and through, I'm pretty sure, Brian at Tenaya Creek. And if you're ever in Las Vegas, get yourself to Tenaya Creek. The Creek Geeks LV, baby. Hashtag. But if you ever get yourself to Las Vegas, get yourself over to Tenaya Creek and talk to my man Brian. Brian is from Virginia, and Adroit Theory is out of Virginia, and this is a collaborative beer between Adroit Theory and Cushwa Brewing. And Cushwa Brewing is out of Williamsport, Maryland. So this is a Maryland, Virginia. I'm assuming probably, I wouldn't be too surprised to learn that either of these places are within the DC area, or right there across the river from each other. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. But anyway, I'm not familiar with the area well enough to tell you how close Purcellville, Virginia, and Williamsport, Maryland are. But I do know that this was a collaborative effort between Adroit Theory and Cushwa Brewing. This is the Future You Hates You Russian Imperial Stout with coffee, coconut, hazelnuts, and cacao nibs. And I can show you the artwork there. It's actually horrifying. Kind of reminds me of Nightmare Brewing in some respects. This is a 16-ounce can that cost me $7. This beer is about 4 months old at the time of this review. It has a 13.5 ABV. Typically, a Russian Imperial Stout or Imperial Stouts come in between 8 and 12. So at 13.5, this is almost a triple Russian Imperial Stout. Another reason that I wanted to pick up this beer is that this is actually the very first of my Bon Voyage to Oregon beers. The little lady and I are going to be moving on. If you are one of the handful of people who knows where we're going, please don't put anything in the comments about it just yet. We just kind of like to keep things under our hat for a little bit. There are certain people who we want to know who don't know yet. But yes, Nancee and I will be moving to places beyond Portland, and so these are my ways of saying goodbye to Portland. And I've got about I'd say at least 2 months worth of beers, and so the channel is going to be undergoing a transition as well. I may be dropping the beer from the name of this channel. This might just go straight to Blue Collar Gentleman. And there may be some focus on beer, but I really want to start incorporating other things into the channel, and we'll see how that goes. But as I said, this is the first of those Bon Voyage beers. Future You Hates You. Now this is known as Ghost 938. Apparently there are incantations of this particular beer. Ghost 938, as I get it, and I can tell you this once again, is the one with coffee, coconut, hazelnuts, and cacao nibs. So another ghost with another number may have a different configuration or something like that, or it might be barrel aged, or something, I don't know, something along those lines. This does give suggestions for food, cheese, and cigar. I'm not going to try to attempt to read some of these names here. The food, it suggests deckle steaks with blue cheese and toasted walnut butter. Cheese is Holt Brig or Rolf Bieler, and cigar is Sobremesa Cervantes Fino. So I probably butchered that horribly. Alright, getting back to this beer. This beer has had 4 check-ins amongst my friends with an overall score of 4.38. A total of 880 check-ins on Untappd with an overall score of 4.35. Beer Advocate has only had 2 rankings with an overall score of 3.88. When you only have 2 rankings and it comes in at 3.88, I don't put too much stock in that. Even they don't give it an average score or a an overall score when they only have 2 rankings. So Beer Advocate almost doesn't count in that respect. But amongst my friends, 4.38. Amongst everybody else, 4.34. So this is getting some high marks. And I really enjoy a good Russian Imperial Stout. And as I've said before on this channel, but in case you didn't know this, I should probably restate. Russian Imperial Stouts, as the story goes, Catherine the Great, when she was touring the UK, went to Ireland and really enjoyed the stouts there, but she wanted it a little bit more boozy, and some of the brewers developed one for her, and that became known as the Russian Imperial Stout, and that was how the Russian Imperial Stout came to be. It is known for being exceptionally boozy, and this one certainly is coming through at a 13.5% ABV. I have to admit, I haven't really picked up any notes on that first opening of the can, and this didn't have a particularly wild head on it, so and I'm not surprised by that. So that I'm not really getting much in the way of aroma notes. That is what I'm getting, is what I'm trying to say. So let me put my schnoz directly in. Okay, so I picked up on the cacao nibs, and I picked up on the hazelnut. I'm getting a little bit of the coconut. Not really getting much of the coffee. Okay. Yeah, the coffee is sort of the what is it? The over voice, as it's known in choir, the voice that is suddenly created by all the voices combining together. The coffee is kind of, you put all those aromas together, and you end up with a coffee overall bouquet. This is a really great smell, honestly. I mean, if somebody set a dessert in front of me that smelled like this, I'd be very excited about diving into it. Well, I think I've done enough yapping. It's time for me to start drinking this beer. Cheers. Oh, holy cow, that's smooth for being so boozy. Oh my goodness. That's dangerously smooth. Dangerously smooth. Okay, this is why it deserved a $7 price tag. Holy, I mean, I may have to go back to I may have to go back and buy more of this. I may have to go back to, I had to check again, I'm sorry, Bridgetown Beer House is where I picked this up, 915 North Shaver in Portland, Oregon. I may have to go back there and get more of this. This is an exceptional beer. This is a 5.0 beer. Oh wow, I see, this is why when I say that Vegas was a beer desert, I mean it. Because we didn't get any decent beers in Vegas, so it was very hard to get decent beers in Vegas, and I didn't really want to buy all my beers from Total Wine, but it was the only place to get decent priced beers. Now, as I said, this is the priciest of all the beers, and at $7 for a pint can, that's still not crazy, honestly. I mean, I've seen pint cans going for as much as $23, and I've seen like some places where the cheapest pint can is about $10 or $15. So that's really not an insane price for this beer, and this is such a good beer. Okay, now what am I picking up specifically on this? I'm getting the coffee, I'm getting the hazelnut. I swear to God, I'm getting every single component. I'm getting the cacao nibs, I'm getting the coconut. If you give it long enough and just let the air roll across your tongue, you will get every single component of this beer. This is an out-of-this-world beer. This is a 5-point beer. This is going to be in my top 5 beers of all time, honestly. I would say, for its style, it's just as good to me as Gunga Rao was, and Gunga Rao was my favorite beer after River of Ash from Holy Mountain Brewing in Seattle, Washington. So Holy Mountain's River of Ash is a Saison. Gunga Rao was an IPA, and this is a Russian Imperial Stout. Each one was extraordinary in their class, so I can't put which one was better. But those are three noteworthy beers. Those are all beers that I would give a 5.0 to, and this is really an out-of-this-world beer. Well guys, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my other channel, Fat 50 and Running a Marathon. And until next time, drink good beer and don't break the bank doing it. Cheers.